for spreading the word.
We begin by the team's lineups for Morocco.
So first, the national anthems of Namibia and our hosts, Morocco.
Number 1 رقم 1 بن طلب. Number 2 رقم 2 المدني. Number 3 رقم 3 الردني. Number 4 رقم 4
A lot of weight as the starting lineups read out.
رقم 5 الدمراوي. Number 6 رقم 6 علاوي.
Each member of the squad getting their moment in the spotlight.
Number 8 رقم 8 هجري.
So 5 on the pitch, goalkeeper and 4 outfield, but rolling subs means it is very much a squad game.
Number 11 رقم 11 زين الكيلاني. Number 12 رقم 12 عاصم. Number 30 رقم 13 لازار. Number 40 رقم 14 الوفي. Coach is عادل السيح. كلنا بطول ناميبيا. تشكيلة منتخب ناميبيا. كابتن اوف تيم عميدة المنتخب. Number 10 رقم 10
Well, there is the captain, Millicent
Number 1
Ikuam.
كوزو. Number 2 رقم 2 مونغوندا.
Of course, bigger cheers for the Moroccan side, but good sportsmanship even with support not split for those in red.
Number 6 رقم 6 كوكي. Number 7 رقم 7 فليت. Number 8 رقم 8 نغوندا.
Their coach, Donawald Modise, was very confident in his comments about his young side being ready for the task.
Number 30 رقم 13 ماتوس. Number 40 رقم 14 باتيستا.
But what a moment for all these women. A first ever women's futsal AFCON. And a moment to treasure, but now to deal with the pressure. 2 20-minute halves. Well, the clock will stop when the ball exits play. Certainly keeping you abreast of all that's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Namibia.
It's belated.
النشيد الوطني الرسمي لناميبيا. And now the national anthem of Morocco. اللحظة أيها الأفاضل مع النشيد الوطني المغربي.
Rip-roaring renditions, and now the focus on the match ahead. The smiles, for a lot of them, are wiped away. Can they produce? Now the big moment has arrived. So Morocco lining up with their starting five. Captain Qatar Bentaleb in goal. Samia Adi, nominated defender. Jasmine Demraoui, Miriam Hajri joining the experienced Shirin Nardil. And now the rest of the squad, who will hope to head on and make an impact with rolling subs. Plenty of talent from Moroccan giants Asfar and Wydad Casablanca, but only Samia Adi from Wydad has made the starting lineup. So Ali Mohamed Adim Ayat from Libya leading the mixed officials. Angola and Tunisia also in attendance. And they will work as a unit to make sure things tick along nicely. Big difference from 11 aside. There is a 5-foul limit accumulated by a team. If you go above that, it will be a penalty kick from a secondary point. So plenty to keep abreast of. But Namibia, it's Melissa Mateus in goal. Albertine Aludilu, the nominated defender. Memory Ngonda, Yun Atjo Anuvi, and Millicent Ikuam, the captain, who'll be hoping to fire Namibia to a shock result. And subs as well. We'll be hoping to make an impact if called upon, and they certainly will with the rolling subs. Unlimited. We'll see how often the coaches go to their star five. So who is going to step forward and make a name for themselves? Quite stunning look over the capital, Rabat. And some big names have made their way here to get a taste of the action, as we are moments away from the host Morocco kicking off against Namibia. The Atlas Lionesses hope to roar their way to an opening match victory. Namibia will want to try and frustrate them as much as possible. Really good harrying from Miriam Hajri. She has one Morocco kick in. See, placing it down. 2 20-minute halves, with the clock stopping every time it goes out. Number 8 for Morocco deciding to go direct. The Union Turag Sports forward into the side netting, but early sign that Morocco aren't here to hang around. Lovely twist and turn from Memory Ngonda. Couldn't find a ball out to get Namibia attacking the goal. Morocco's captain, Bentaleb. So 5 aside, 1 goalkeeper, 4 outfield. We will have unlimited rolling subs, very necessary given the fast-paced nature of futsal. Lovely ball down the line. Bit of time to drag it across, and that should have been the first goal for the hosts. Adil Sai trying to keep their heads up. Long time to go, but Miriam Hadri already with a couple of opportunities. That one a gilt-edged, one coughed up. But it's Namibia who cough up possession. Jasmine Demraoui. A little bit slack there as that flies off from Shireen Kanadil. Donawald Madise feels he's come here with a plan, said he was watching along with his squad the matches Morocco played against Brazil and Costa Rica recently. And he's certainly learning enough there from Melissa Matthews to get out quickly, but that's given away cheaply. No offside, so carried back in. Chance to drill it across. Just won't quite fall for Morocco. A little bit of stumbling from Demraoui. Namibia defending for their lives as Adil Sai looks for a bit more composure. Well, Namibia went out of the men's AFCON held here in Rabat last year in their Group B that Angola emerged from and faced Morocco in the final. And the men's team coming away with a third straight AFCON title. And the Atlas Lionesses show the same pedigree as their male counterparts. They'll just be delighted that women's futsal is finally getting the exposure and competition it deserves. Such honor of being participants in the inaugural one. And those who will set the tone for years to come. Namibia struggling to get much of a foothold. Thankful for that ball just dribbling out. That one, look how close that was. Width of the post. Now Namibia, just a heavy touch from Muinacho Anavi, who's now gone down. A chance for a few changes. Amel Al-Othi, one of those who now drives forward. Lovely little back heel. In on goal, and it's the first one! It's the rolling subs that have opened the door. What a moment for Malik Zayed El-Kilani. The 21-year-old from Wydad Casablanca with an historic first goal for Morocco at their own women's AFCON. But it was a brilliant setup that allowed her to rush through. What a moment for Zayed El-Kilani. Cam, when she was face to face with the goalkeeper, who this time comes out trumps. Melissa Mattis certainly looking for some protection. Well, the change certainly worked wonders for Syed. Brilliant introduction. Silam Tadlawi with that brilliant flick to release the goal scorer Al-Kilani, who's hovering on the near side. That's a trip though. Al-Kilani sticking to her main role as a defender, although of course futsal, it's everyone hands on deck, both in defence and attack. Namibia just can't string more than a couple of passes together. So Morocco leading 1-0 inside the opening 4 minutes of the contest. This will be a real challenge now. Odisse's side down a goal. She made an impact coming on. And it's that fast, quick inventiveness that opened the door. Tadlaoui just having a quick look around her as ball played back to Matthews. Launches long, it's a great ball, but it was a tough one for Hikoam, the captain, to take and finish. Might have gone for a first timer. Space to have a look. Wants some movement. Tries to get the 1-2. Can't get it back from Doa El Madani. Asfar defender with a brilliant ball across. And that could have well been number 2. Jasmine Demraoui unable to finish after a terrific ball to pick her out. Namibia just looking for a bit of time on the ball. This is much better. Flick just didn't quite reach its intended target. A fine play in the brave warriors of Namibia. Will try and take something from this attack. Oh, fired just into the side netting off the stanchion. Certainly it was ambitious from Albertina Aludilu. No foul. Maximum of 5 can be accumulated by either team before penalties will be given. Namibia want the ball, and they do get it. Bit of a hopeful hand from Sumia Adi. Just opposite number Aludilu, who gets it back to Matus. It's a lovely ball onto the edge, but good strength by Jasmine Demraoui. And no chances taken by Aludilu. Now a chance to either go for goal or find her teammate. And she took the latter option. It was definitely the better one. Demraoui with a superb pick out. And Doa El Madani had the simplest of tasks of smashing into an empty goal. The one teenager in the squad making her mark. It's 2-0 Morocco. Well, a timeout called. 1 per team per half. Namibia, no wonder, desperate to get some focus back. Gonda.
If you go, then you come this side. It is the same thing as if they can just, they can't do, they can't. But you need to look at
Plenty of fight and spirit being shown from Morocco. It's very much stick to the plan because it's working so far. So far, it's the youngest in the squad to make the impact. Zayed Al-Kilani, her opener, added to by El Madani. Now Namibia, hoping that timeout can make a change. But it's looking like one-way traffic. As Morocco from distance. We're just waiting to head on. Morocco look to hit the front again. Fired effort from Hajri. Tipped away. The corner came to nothing. And they'll be delighted with how his side have got over what would be some nerves and a little bit of composure, particularly seen in that second goal. Ball launched in, the header away though, can't be kept in by Ajri. Another chance for Namibia to launch this in with Aludilu. Instead goes short, first ball round the side, it's kept alive! And a first bit of action really for Arthur Bentaleb, but her defence helps out. It's given away cheaply. That's loose. Namibia trying to gain some foothold in the match. So important they don't let the scoreboard run away from them. Aludilu again goes back to Matis, who fancies a go herself. Back on the ball. It's a really nice attempt to find Hilary Gonteb. She couldn't reach out and collect. So see Bentaleb. Just that one bit of action she was called into. But had defenders to aid her. Otherwise, maybe I haven't brought much of action out of her, but they're getting a bit more of some pressure. Aludilu again, trying to use Matis as a spare player. And that drifts well wide. Well, her pushing up is allowing the four outfield players to be more offensive. The problem is when Morocco get in, Matis with a show of why she's such a talent. The beauties stopper. Helpful outfield. But importantly, shot stopper in her primary position. There'll be showing a bit more frustration. But it's only when you're put out here that the opportunity to see how the players will adjust. That one, just a miscontrol, allowing it to slip away from Tadlaoui. So Shireen Nadli appears to launch back in, although she's found Zayed Al-Kilani. Strong challenge thrown in by Fiola Pilete. It's a tight pitch. So spreading those passes can be a risk. Anyone who's played fives knows how much movement is key for creating space. Bentaleb now looks to take advantage of space that's opened up. Strike comes in. Matis denies the first and the second. Well, first from Amal El Awufi. Then thumped in by Akilani. Protects the ball and releases it. It's a beautiful pick out. But Talawi didn't have her feet set to strike. And certainly getting their fair share of entertainment in these opening 7 minutes. Morocco 2-0 up, but Namibia certainly are showing plenty of fight. There's a little bit of fight towards the Namibia box. We saw Shireen Kanaidil and a couple of little shoulders. Leaves it to strike through. Full commitment. And now a little bit of skill that gets Namibia hopeful. What a challenge to stop Memory Ngonda on her move. Fully committed, Tadlawi. The coach is having to think over when to switch things around, when to get fresh legs on. It's a sport that just doesn't allow a drop in concentration. Fired in, but clean take from Bentaleb. Spin on from Akilani, trying to find Nadil. Melissa Matus just waiting to see if she can get things underway. Morocco win it in Namibia's half. A little bit of a loose ball there. Good pressure. Charlotte Martha Richter allowing Namibia to pick up possession. Still not looked like producing a credible goal-scoring opportunity. Namibia aren't going to do much better with that ball forward from Matus. So back on is Miriam Ajri. She collects from Doel Madani. Does well to beat her opponent. Slams it across, hoping for something to shake free. But then lovely football. Opens it up. Vital challenge to stop being a certain third. And now Morocco in again. This time it's the post that denies El Madani a second. But they won't be denied a third. Matu is so unlucky. The shot from El Madani slipped under her. And the simplest of tasks for Sumia Adi. She didn't give up on this, the number 2. And that's picture perfect for any goal scorer. An open, empty net. And she certainly made the most of the opportunity. No real heartache, and it could get worse. Just rides away from El Madani. Wasn't in the starting 5. But certainly is making a big case to be in the starting team, the 19-year-old. Namibia has been a very tough opening to this women's Futsal WAFCON. Certainly not made easier by coming up against the hosts in their opening match. Cameroon, the other side in Group A. And Namibia will know exactly more or less what they need come their final group stage match against the Indomitable Lionesses. They will face Morocco in a couple of days' time. Now a big chance for Namibia. Looking for an historic first goal. It just wasn't that killer instinct from Villette. Didn't take the shot on. In the end, it was an opportunity they got away from them. Long way back from 3-0. But plenty of pride at stake, at least initially. Maybe they can dream of getting on the scoreboard and just asking Morocco a couple of questions. As things stand, Atlas Lionesses looking very comfortable. They have a little slack there from Atlas Lionesses' third goal scorer on the night, Soumia Adi, adding to those that came from El Madani and Zayed Al Kilani. Oh, brilliant skill, and then the opposite, crunching challenge. No wonder, a bit of pain there, and Villette gets a last warning. Jasmine Demraoui with absolute magic in her shoes, and that's the reaction of someone letting their frustration get the better of them, and very fortunate not to be cautioned. We've seen the good from Morocco, 3-0 up. Now they're really starting to enjoy themselves. That one just slipping the wrong side of the post. She certainly tried her hardest, Hajri. Conversation. Kenza Hafsia Alaoui. She prepares to be one of the next roll of subs as a fired in. It's El Madani, who should have finished up after Demraoui's strike was spilled by Matus. She is in for a busy evening already, with plenty more to come. El Madani looks on a mission. Protects the ball really well. And now on the spin, Alaoui decides to go for outside of the boot. And then something spectacular would have been needed to beat Bentaleb. Just issue. Well, Hiko, the captain, seemed to want to wear it round her ankle. Now she's, for a time, going to take a seat on the sidelines. And the ball released, the goalkeepers have 4 seconds to get the ball back into play. And they can't receive the ball back unless the other team has actually touched it. But we haven't seen many stoppages. Only really for that ferocious challenge from Fiola Villette. After we saw some devilish skills from Jasmine Demraoui, the crowd here, Rabat certainly appreciated. Misal Moulay Abdallah, part of the overall sports complex, regularly hosting basketball, volleyball, but it's futsal. It's taking centre stage, and it's Morocco who are shining bright. Although having had a chance at goal, Nadil ending up forced to her own half, and Morocco reset. Really good attempt for a reverse ball, but made it too centrally. But now Morocco look to play through the white shirts of Namibia. Frustration, key word. Modise, who came in with big words, maybe desperate to inspire his squad, knowing the challenge they faced. So the top side in each group will qualify directly for the semi-finals. And then the best second place team of the three groups will join the final four. And then knockout brackets for 7th and 5th place. Ball slammed across. Another opportunity for Zineb Erodani. She sets it, gets it back. Now has a chance to shoot. That closed up, so she plays it off instead to Kanadil. Namibia, great chance there to try and break, but it wouldn't run through for Alodilu. Memory Ngonda gives the short option round the corner. That flick though from Anavi just wouldn't reach. Morocco trying to pen the Brave Warriors in their half. Trying to match up. Amel Aoufi and Kelani desperate to get back on. Before they do, they see the flick of Kanadil just sneak past. Nice bit of improvisation. They didn't quite come off. Long ball. Oh, that's really well shifted on. Tried to return it. Dracia Kuric. Makenza Alawi. Just a bit too much pace on the pass for her to control. Well, Namibia feel they should have had a free kick. Nothing given, and now El Aoufi certainly very alert to the opportunities, but without finding the finish desired. Can Namibia find a way to goal? Well worked initially, but eventually just bullied out of it, the captain. The referee just telling Dracia Kuric to head back. Real danger, but the push giving Namibia Not just respite, but an opportunity, although you can see Syed applauding the pressing if has given away a foul. And back themselves to defend. The perspiration indicative of what these women are having to put themselves through. 7 minutes remaining, and that's almost a disaster. In the end, Mattis got enough on it in the challenge. As Morocco read the pass to the goalkeeper, but Mattis getting back. Now wants to get it, but this was it. A chance for Kurish. She tried to hit it first time. With the goal empty. Atlas Lionesses looking for a fourth, and they've worked it just beautifully, and she is called in. A 4-star showing on their way to what looks like being a romp to victory. Amal El Aoufi, the fine finish, the 26-year-old starting it and finishing the 1-2 with Zaid Al-Kilani. 4 goals, 4 different scorers. They're calling it an Atlas Lioness romp. Well, 4 goals. And Morocco well worth their lead. And certainly a statement of intent as they host the first ever Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. But there, Ngonda creating something out of nothing. As the Brave Warriors will keep plugging away. But it was always going to be an uphill task. The first match against the hosts. Well, a foul would have been called if not for the incredible strength of El Aoufi. And a pass almost laying it on a plate, but just ran away. Sumia Adi was hunting her second of the match. A tough evening for Namibia's goalkeeper, Melissa Mattis. And it could be more pain coming. Strong challenge from Villetti. This time it's a fair one, but the corner taken quickly, and that's not going to trouble anyone other than those sitting behind the stanchion. Erodani let fly for sure. Now putting the pressure on. Ngonda lays it back as it's launched long, but Bentaleb gets it moving quickly. Adi gives it away, but tries to hold up any progress, flicked up in the air. And the height of El Aoufi comes into play. Changes afoot, but for now El Madani and Uradani still waits on with Ajri back on. What an opportunity that was, Villetti. Just didn't get anything on the header as that spread wide. El Aoufi. Adi takes it from and then leaves it for Ajri. Well, there's a good little pass on, but instead driving through the gap is El Aoufi, but she's robbed. Villetti fires on target. Bentaleb never likely to be beaten. El Madani back on. Oh, that's opened up, but then just felt the presence of Ngonda. Elected to recycle. Adi. Actually, oh, wonderful skills. Can they finish it off? But Adi can't get it from El Madani. What a little bit of magic from El Aoufi. The moments that really get the crowd energized. Saw some magic previously from Jasmine Demaraoui. Some more improvisation from El Aoufi. Well, enjoying themselves, making a noise as the women's inaugural Futsal AFCON is making plenty of noise in Africa. This is just the start of increased competition and visibility for women's sports in Africa. And of course, a FIFA Futsal World Cup is only going to exponentially grow this form of football even more. It's a long wait to get the clock back running. 4:52 left on this first 20-minute period. Second half, 20 minutes as well. Oh, huge opportunity to come out and support your nation, young and old. And also a great advert for young women to see a future in the game. Will they be participating in the Futsal AFCONs to come? Really great showing. And what is the first of its kind? 6,500 capacity inside this fine indoor arena. Moulay Abdellah hosting this competition in the capital Rabat. Well, some stars of the women's 11-a-side team. One who certainly knows her way to net. We're back underway. Masoudi, you saw there in the crowd, the star of Asfar, particularly in the recent Women's Champions League. Although it was Tepe Mazembe who eventually took the latest crown. At a competition that's shown exactly where the futsal competition wants to be. As that looked to be on a plate. Samia Adi couldn't finish. The Women's Champions League and CAF has really grown year on year. I hope for similar with this AFCON and women's futsal in general. Well, Namibia have had theirs. Morocco now calling their 1 minute timeout. 4 minutes 20 remaining on the half. 4-0 and cruising, but they don't want to let their standards slip.
جاسمين غادي تقطعي تمشي بلاصتو صافي سميه غادي تجي صافي غادي يولي عندك يا اما لو تير يا اما لا باس دياغونال يا اما لا باس عند جاسمين وجاسمين ديك الساعه غادي تلعب هذه وسميه ملي تغطي هنايا لا غيتلعب لا باس هنا خاصك تجي لينا هنايا لا تجي لينا هنا ديجا ضحى تكون دوزيام بوط باش يكون عندنا
So we'll be getting back underway with a free kick being tenderly attended to by Miriam Ajri. Option of Demraoui, which is taking the attention of Namibia. Fired in, but straight at Melissa. Melissa Matus conceding the corner. Morocco work it nicely, and they'll get another. Fired right across with fury, but not on target. Flick, but it runs through to Matus before Madani could get there. That's given away cheaply. Delete making sure she got to the ball first, at least taking a fall and a bit of respite. They've just struggled to be in control of the ball, and it allows Morocco to press them relentlessly. Matus again providing an extra player. Lofted, but Venteleb looked relatively calm. That's a rare slip up. The sub was coming anyway. I don't think that's a punishment. But off goes Ajri, placed by Tadlaoui. Trying to fire it across. But Aloudilu will get the chance from the kick in. That's taken quickly. Just held up for Adi, but she got a really smart touch. Found Demraoui. Bachiel Madani, who now drives into the space. That's fired sheepishly, really, from Demraoui. Juggling, but Ngonda unable to juggle in play. A chance to communicate with those who are taking their seats, along with them Ajri and Amel El Aoufi. Good touch from Ajri to keep that in. Tadlaoui rolls left, but that's fired through and straight to Matus. Looks like a return for Anavi is on the cards, but here's the captain, Millicent Ikuam. She's, along with her team, unable to raise their level. And this is a sharp learning curve for the Brave Warriors. Up and away, taking no chances. Madani shifts it wide, drilled across. Matus clearing with the pressure coming from Samia Adi. El Madani was on the move, just couldn't keep her effort down. So Zaid Al-Khelani preparing to come back on. And here she is. Not on the same wavelength yet. Return to the blue. Mattis under pressure. Can only find El Madani, but she stumbles on it. Stealing in is Aravi. Good strength, good power, and runs the challenge, and Gonda wants it. Fires spectacularly. Deflected maybe. No. Velletti saw it looping over. A little bit of desperation, understandable. Under so much pressure and any sight of goal. Well, they may just need one in terms of trying to turn this into a contest, but there's no shame in losing to a side that are hosting, that are very much ready for this occasion. Lead to the feet. Morocco look to play it out. Tadlawi links with Akilani. Fighting the challenge there. Nadil helped out though by Tadlawi, but she's been put under pressure by Ngonda. It's worked out well. More rotation in the Moroccan side certainly is making a huge difference. The talent and freshness. That one just bobbles to the goalkeeper, but it's an infringement and a penalty. Well, the ball just bobbling here, and the hand down of El Aoufi. She scored Morocco's fourth, but she's handed Namibia a historic moment. And now, look at this. Well, Kautar Bentaleb has had precious little to do. She's about to be replaced for this penalty by Chaima Asem. Whether this is because she's the specialist in these parts, feels like something that agreed beforehand. So her first action of the inaugural Women's Futsal WAFCON is to face up against her opposite goalkeeper, Melissa Mattis, who has stepped up to try and become Namibia's first ever scorer in this competition. Oh, and she's missed the target. Well, she hasn't even touched the ball, but she's got the job done. Came out flying. Mattis could not find the back of the net. Well, when you get gifted a magic moment, you hope it will be taken. Thankfully, Mattis making sure there's not the double blow of then conceding straight after. Well, I'll be delighted to see the clean sheet still intact, and they could be up for 5. Mattis keeping the score down for now. Great opportunity coming and going for Siam Talawi. She's certainly been the most active and impressive for Namibia, but went for power rather than placement. Saw her penalty fly wide. Going for a long throw into the final 45 seconds of the half. Namibia win it back. Violette. They will have a corner. Namibia looking to wipe away her clean sheet. Fired in by Matthijs. Oh, that's a brilliant challenge, though, to win it back, and then fires towards goal, but it's then clipped over. And this is the danger Namibia take. Matthijs really has been their biggest goal threat, but when she does so, it leaves them exposed at the back, and they are exposed now. Well, it should have been a fifth, and you can see the fury of El Aoufi with her teammate. Akilani should have gone to her. Instead, they've left it to a rocket from Siam Talawi. Well, they're all smiles at the end of the half. Fraught with danger after surviving a penalty. A big chance missed before this, but the subsequent corner, and that is the pick of the bunch. Tadlaoui is the fifth individual scorer in a five-star Morocco first half here at their own Futsal Women's WAFCON. They took a little bit of time to get up and running, but since El Madani's opening goal in 3 minutes, there's been only one winner. And Namibia missing a penalty, and it could be 6 before the half is out. But as the whistle sounds, it's a horror miss from Kenadil. It won't be a costly one, only maybe to her goal-scoring ego. But as we see an eagle-eyed view across Rabat, it is Morocco battering down the door of Matthijs, and they've beaten Namibia's goalkeeper 5 times to lead handsomely at the end of the first 20-minute spell. Well, no wonder there's all smiles, hugs, and appreciation. And the crowd has certainly been entertained. Morocco with a 5-0 first half advantage over Namibia in the first match of Group A, and the first sign of the hosts. And any pre-tournament predictions that Morocco would be one of the favourites certainly coming to pass. Well, this was a momentous occasion The first match for the hosts Morocco at their CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations against Namibia. And they were soon off to a flying start. After Doa El Madani had got the opener, it was a fine finish from Zaid Akilani. And got them on their way. Akilani with the first, and El Madani with a thumping second. The number 2 all alone to score the Atlas Lionesses' second goal. Great frustration only grew for Namibia. El Madani had a couple of bites of the cherry, but there was Adi to fire in a third. Morocco kept coming, and slick football would open the door again. A fabulous 1-2, and El Aoufi was ringing in a fine night's work for Syed and Morocco. But there was a big chance for Namibia. Penalty kick given against the goalscorer El Aoufi, leaning down, and a handball up-stepped. The goalkeeper Matus against replacement goalkeeper, but it was Chama Assem who came out on top, but only after the stopper smashed it wide. She was back in goal to then see this absolutely fly past her. Siam Talawi with the pick of the punch in a 5-star first half showing. Well, a fantastic opening showing for Morocco. What does the second half, 20 minutes, have in store? Join us for that.
to the cruise. Doing shit you don't even see in movies. Ride with me. I got a hard hand for her ass up. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, told her plank on it.
Well, welcome back ahead of the second half. Namibia making their way out after a chastening first half. 5-0 they trail to the hosts Morocco. And that certainly energized the home crowd who have made their way out here in this evening match. Enjoying their evening out at the Saul Moulay Abdallah. And that's because of the performance of the Atlas Lionesses. Number 11 there, getting the important first goal. Zayed Al-Kilani's effort was followed by El Madani Adi El Aoufi, and then the thunderbolt of lightning from Tad Lawi, giving us this 5-0 scoreline. They're certainly celebrating it. But still a 20-minute second half to run. We did see Senegal and Madagascar play out a stunning 5-all draw. It would take something quite inexplicable to see a repeat of that. In the other match, it kicked off the action this afternoon. Angola 5-2 victory over Guinea. So it's Madagascar and Senegal level at the top of Group C. Angola out in front in Group B. But in Group A, it's so far been a tough first 20 minutes for Matheus. Conceding 5, missing a penalty. But still being Namibia's best performer as the outfield players desperately try and find another level. But it's a tough task against a very impressive Moroccan side. Qatar Bentaleb, the captain, has had relatively little to do, and even when the penalty was given, it was her understudy, Chaima Assem, who faced up against Matheus, only to see Namibia's goalkeeper fire it wide. Well, moving back to pick up and drive, Al-Kelani. The 1-2 doesn't work out. Ngonda protects the ball well. That's a loose ball that's easily gathered up, but a little bit slack from El Aoufi, who then puts enough pressure on, though, to force the giveaway from Aludilu. Fired across Aludilu. Well, Namibia will get up onto the halfway mark. A chance to capture memories. This inaugural women's Futsal WAFCON and the first outing for hosts Morocco. Namibia desperate to not leave without making an imprint. Aludilu. Matheus. Well, they were hoping she might have kept it in. Not so, according to the far side. Really good play under pressure, Demraoui. Those moments of carrying and beating your opponent opens up the spaces. And this is creating an extra option, and now there's a bit of space to work with. Clipped across, gets another go in Ngonda, but the more ferocious effort blocked. I'm just checking everyone set and ready. Ngonda. Oh, a lovely attempt to try and flick it around Zenev Irodani, the number 3 who just came on as part of the unlimited rolling subs. A cry of no hands, I think, towards Anavi. Morocco thought about a big switch, now goes short. Really good balance and poise from Jasmine Demraoui. It's under pressure, but caught there clearly. Well, Namibia will know 5 fouls allowed cumulatively for the team. Anything after that will result in a 10-meter penalty. We've already seen one from the 6-meter mark. Namibia were unable to get their first goal of this Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. Mattis lofts it. Stepping in though is Anavi. Tried to link up with her captain. Oh, it's brilliant play from Demraoui, in on goal! But she had everything but the finish. Wonderful to just drift away, in on goal. Got it past Mathias with the wrong side of the post. I was looking to get Morocco's 6th and would have also been a 6th individual goal scorer. Not to be as it was with that absolute thumper over the top from Hanavi. Just tries to play it round Raoui, but number 5 has really been a silky performer for the Atlas Lionesses in red and green. Oh, that's run through beautifully. Mathias was on her toes though to get there ahead of El Aoufi. And then Said Akelani was hoping to just loft it into the empty net. Easier said than done. Irodani restarts the play. Returning is Miriam Adjri. Lovely ball to try and get into the path of Koric. But little. The angle favouring Mathias in the goal. That's good strength and then a fabulous ball from Hanavi, who wanted it back from Ngonda. Didn't get it. Now driving across El Madani. What a ball that is! And Drissia Koric just could not believe her luck. Absolutely ecstatic. The number 10 from Fat Union Sport making a great darting run to the back post. And unselfish El Madani fired it across. Picture perfect 6th goal for Morocco. Really spreading the goals out amongst the team. And there could be another to come. Vital challenge there. Let's save the day. Looked like Aludilu got a sore one as well. And having just scored, Koric putting herself on the line. Thankfully, no harm. We're getting the first experience in women's futsal, and Namibia have their first ever goal. Firing off when it came in the blink of an eye, taking advantage of the Moroccan side falling asleep. Matthijs with a wayward shot, and then the leg out from El Madani, sliced it in. Did Valetti get a touch? She certainly celebrated as she had. Valetti with what looks like being a consolation. Slackness from Morocco. And Kautar Bentaleb beaten. Koresh taking a bit of a risk, but bounces kindly for Erudani. On to the flank with El Madani. Skipping away, Adjeri plays an inadvertent 1-2, then muscled out of it by her fellow number 8, Ngonda. And Namibia suddenly with a 3-on-1. Oh, the ball across though from Ngonda was not making it easy for Valetti. And Valetti, having got Namibia's first goal, inches away from getting a second. The best spell of the match for the Brave Warriors. Valetti, strong challenge to win a ball. It'll be delivered by Aludilu. Oh, ever present. Matthijs providing the extra, fires it in. This time it's better defending. Erudani clearing Moroccan lines. Bentaleb knows they have to be a bit wary. Matthijs getting free hits at goal. It's actually the ones not on target that bring the unpredictability. Aludilu. She goes direct. It's a lovely tip over. Didn't get full contact, Bentaleb, but did enough. Sprung up, and Valetti was waiting to pounce if she made a mistake. Back to Matthijs. Oh, it's off the post. Unlucky number 13, it would seem, in front of goal for Melissa Matthijs. An absolute cry. Well, what a save on review. Fingertip magic. Bentaleb denying Namibia a second. Now ball cut to El Madani. Tried to return it. In the end, Koresh will settle for a kick in. Koresh takes from Erudani. El Aoufi felt she was felled there. Not so, and Matthijs loops it forward. Bentaleb able to come and collect. Well, this time El Aoufi gets the decision. Frustration for Natjo Anavi. Enough contact to give Morocco this free kick. Erudani makes some space, shifts it, but then it just ran away from her. And Namibia look for a break, but it's a fine challenge, full-blooded. As Hilaria Gonteb hoped to be gone. Crunching, but perfectly timed from El Aoufi. The club Hilal Tamara player. Here she is again. Give it away cheaply, but it's bounced kindly for El Madani. El Aoufi. Karish told her where she wanted her to go. Had she gone first time, might have got there. Maybe after getting a couple of bumps and bruises, wasn't quite looking enough to produce a lung-bursting charge. Ball breaks kindly for El Madani. Options left and right, but Namibia thankful to Juliette for nicking in. El Madani steps on it. Has time though. A little flick to Korish. And Taleb. Nice little angle made, but the ball's not a good one. Namibia certainly battling so much better. Of course, Morocco may have just slipped from their high standards from the first half. But from 5-0 in the first 20-minute period to 1-1 after nearly 8 minutes. And it could have well been 6-2 had there been any deviation on the ball. Certainly been far more competitive. And Namibia will know that this match, as a result, may be long gone. But there still could be a lot at stake in a battle with Cameroon to finish second. Good block there by Ngonda. Space now for Karish, in on goal. Matthias out to block. And then strong hands to pick that from El Madani's strike. No gloves. I mean, certainly plenty of pain for the small ball not being replicated by Kartar Bentaleb. Just a bit of strapping for Matthias. Now a chance, 3-on-2. It took too long, and then the pass itself is not good enough. Just allowing the pressure off. Richter needing to do better. And here comes the impressive Demraoui. Had her breather back on along with Tadlaoui, and the two have brilliantly combined. And she sends a signal that Morocco are going to be hard to beat in this first ever Women's Futsal AFCON. And I enjoyed the celebration as much as the goal. Brilliant flick over to return the pass initiated by Demraoui. And she was clinical. Well, they have come prepared to enjoy themselves. 7-1. Now the scoreline, it could very well have been 8. Demraoui incredibly making it 7 different goal scorers. Oh, and there could have been another one for Namibia. Venteleb showing why she's the captain. Last line of defence. We certainly needed her there. All laid off. That's a loose one. Dilu, not sure she was happy about the pass that came to her. Morocco trying to play out in a tight position. Did it pretty well. In the end, they've ended up with the put-in. Dropping deep. Now we the line for El Aoufi. Runs into trouble. And Avi got the block, and Ngonda certainly not shy to shoot. Adi back on in place of El Aoufi. It's been a fabulous atmosphere inside the Sao Moulay Abdallah as Matus once again shapes up. Wide it goes. Wave and a smile. 10 minutes remain of the match. The opener for Group A and our hosts. After Groups B and C got underway earlier in the day. Angola winning the opening match 5-2 over Guinea. Then 10 goals shared between Senegal and Madagascar. And we've already had 8 on the board here. Morocco leading by a handsome 7-1. Emraoui linking with Adi. And now Adri makes it a triumphant. It's certainly a triumphant start for Morocco. They look to make it even better. That one deflected fortuitously to Matheus. Well, these are the challenges for countries like Namibia to see where the level is and look to improve with every passing year. This is the first women's AFCON for futsal, with the first Women's World Cup at the end of the year. It will be hugely exciting, as that will be held in Indonesia, in the Philippines, November 21st to December 7th. Only the top 2 who will go to the final and play for the title will earn a place at the first Women's Futsal World Cup. At the first main target before turning attentions to lifting the inaugural AFCON title. Madani gets herself caught in trouble. Can Namibia show a clinical edge? Tried the triangle, but it's not worked out, and now they're exposed. And Morocco look better poised to finish, but Namibia, to their credit, getting white shirts behind the ball. Nadil trying to link up with El Madani. The move comes to a close, and then suddenly in on goal, but Matheus not only saving, but just prodding out a toe to make sure it wasn't going to be an easy 8th for the hosts. Bentaleb came and then decided to take no undue risks. So timeout called. 1 minute timeouts each half for each side. Namibia once again taking theirs first. Well, it's been a much improved second half. But they're clearly struggling with the power, pace and precision of Morocco.
We only change. The same ones is going. Yeah. The same ones is going. Going and come out. It's hard to get one for us to go there. Actually, the ball will come to the because we have to challenge.
Well, plenty of thoughts and opinion, but no doubts everyone agrees it's a real love for the Atlas Lionesses' performance tonight. Even Batman impressed. Goes for goal. Bentaleb though, once again smart to Arouilou's effort, and Morocco in again. Mathias has had to be on her best performance to keep this from going double figures. Looking for a 1-2. Oh, the first side finish was the right option. But a fine one-handed save from Mathias. Well worked there from Adi to return it to Koresh. She couldn't add to her previous goal. And Madani putting on the press, helped by the advancing Hadji. Bentaleb trying to play it in behind, but kind of apology. Not quite on the wavelength, but not sure the execution would have helped much either. Strong challenge, and Najri finds Adi under pressure, but the quick ball and movement creates the space, and Koresh just couldn't read where the ball was going. Madani again sparkling. Flick on. Only runs in Morocco's favour. Protecting the ball well, then noticing the press had left her all alone. El Madani don't want to offer her space, but she does give it away cheaply and then wins it back on the angle. Too tough for Koresh to turn home. I'm not sure stepping off and giving El Madani this much space is a good idea. Even when she'd lost the ball, she was quick to win it back off Ngonda. That is saving. Koresh just couldn't put a boot around it and feed it into the empty net. Tough angle though. lot of tired, depleted Namibian players. Morocco put a shift in as well, but just don't feel the fatigue the same way, although maybe mentally, because that's given away to Ngonda. It's a really good cutback. Violette couldn't keep her effort down. Best worked by Namibia. And enough pressure there from Koric to put her off. Otherwise, it might have been far simpler finish. And she put her body on the line. Now needing some attention. Well, dropped for Morocco. They would have been in possession. And charging on is Zaid Al-Khelani. Adi. Long legs just put Namibia in a spin. Well laid off by Adi. And then she plays it behind Al-Khelani. It's given away cheaply. But fairly under pressure. El Madani. Goal off its line. And the Namibian player in it. You see it back, El Madani firing across. Oh, it's a sore one. Waiting for it was Al-Khelani, who made the effort to be ready for the ball. Inadvertently putting Namibia's player off balance and into her own net. Change made with Gonte back on. It's a wonderful time in Moroccan sport, hosting this first women's futsal AFCON. They've got the 2025 11-a-side AFCON to come, which will be at just the start of 2026. Of course, 2030 is when the World Cup will be on these shores. But Namibia bringing the best out of Bentaleb. Ngonda was in. The goalkeeper springing off her line to cut off the angle. The captain showing her poise, conceding just the one from a wayward shot deflected into the path of Violette. And she was left stranded. This was Ngonda. Fired on target. Fine goalkeeping. Now Morocco would have been in if not for the captain, Millicent Felicity. Natalie Akuam, but then putting bodies on the line to try and keep Morocco out. The changes coming for Morocco. Rudani, Elofi, and Tadlaoui wanted to get back on. There's the first one with Zaid Al-Khelani taking a seat as Mathius sends the ball into orbit. Tadlaoui turned it to sender, but given away by Rudani. He's cut a frustrated figure throughout. Ronald Modise talked a big game beforehand. He can try to inspire his side, but reality has bitten them. No hope to improve against Cameroon. Well, some may be finding it a late night. Most enthralled with what for a lot of them might be the first time enjoying futsal. Far more action-packed. And plenty of excitement to come across the tournament. Only day one. With the action again in a couple of days' time. Morocco in again. Surely it's going to be another. And that's when they're at their best. Flowing football. And awareness of where their teammates are. They're certainly making a statement. Matthias was the throw out, but stepping forward, Jasmine Demraoui. She found Amal El Aoufi and she returned it. And that means the number 5 is the first to get a double. And she scored their last 2 efforts to make it Morocco 8, Namibia 1. That could change though. Unlucky after some great battling, Hanavi. Once again, Bentaleb staying up to the task as she does there, saves and keeps it in, and rolls Morocco on their way. Inside the final 3 minutes. Fantastic. Might have wanted to get both gloves on it, but didn't push it into danger and able to regather as Matthias throws, but it's taking undue risks. Struck towards goal, but locked off by the captain. Brilliantly won back by Erudani. Lovely skills, but El Aoufi running out of space and time. Good tracking back from Hanavi. Matthias Ngonda. Good strength. It's a wasteful effort. She had Richter as another option. When you've been running yourself into the ground for nearly the whole match as Ngonda has, I understand trying your pot luck. They're on the sidelines wanting to get back involved. We're just preparing for the party to start. Wonderful skills from Eloufi. Backed up by Demraoui. Number 5 at the double. The only multiple scorer on the night. Namibia taking chances. Gave it away cheaply there, but Eloufi couldn't find a shooting angle. Elected to just keep possession. Gets it round the corner, but Eloufi couldn't quite feed Al-Kaladani. It's the break of the ball. Oh, she was heading off, but thankfully Adjeri was looking forward. She's on the ball straight away. Danny, lovely little back heel. There wasn't much room for Saeed Akelani to work in. Straight off for a break. We see alongside her Taima Assem, who's only had a few seconds of action when she saw Mathias smash a penalty wide. But a lovely little back heel, but Mathias was aware of the danger. Blocking there. Well, there was a chance to hit that for the back post. Instead hits for goal. But blocked shot of Zaid Akelani. Oh, that's a fine save to deny Miriam Adjeri. Certainly has been a testing night for Namibia's number one. The gloveless crusader. Madani trying a bit of improvisation. Mathias with the block. So the final 30 seconds of quite brilliant debut for the host Morocco, although they're not looking too pretty here. Little layoff, but just trying to walk it in. Morocco have gone to sleep though. Now 15 seconds remain. Is there a ninth? Brilliant working back by Ngonda. Clears her lines, but main thing, I guess, after a thumping victory that Adil Saye will take away from this, they'll just want Morocco to be switched on for the whole match. Tougher challenges will come. Well, Namibia will look to take a lot from the second half performance. It was 5-0 at half time. It's 3-1 in the second half, as we see a fine one-footed save by Mathias. One of many. Oh, there's a big mistake there for Bentaleb, but still manages to just get herself out of trouble. Things to work on for Morocco. But my oh my, were they impressive in front of goal. 8-1. The hosts victorious against Namibia. Just the one conceded to Virete. But otherwise, it was a statement of intent from the Atlas Lionesses, who roared themselves to a fantastic 8-1 victory to open Group A at this first ever CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. Well, only Demraoui got on the score sheet twice. The rest of the goals shared out amongst the team. And Bentaleb showed why she's the leader in between the sticks. Harsh lesson for Namibia, but one they'll certainly learn an awful lot from. And they managed to avoid a whitewash on the scoreboard. So they'll lick their wounds and look to their second match against Cameroon that will finish Group A. Morocco know a positive result against the indomitable Lionesses will surely see them through to the semi-finals. But for now, celebrating a knockout performance. And no surprise, the woman of the match, Jasmine Demraoui.
Merci en tout cas. قدرنا Français, c'est bon. Je suis très heureuse. Ça fait
Yeah, I'm really
plaisir.
happy.
On a tous bien joué. Et
We played great,
on
all
a
of
bien
us.
joué et
We played well.
alhamdoulilah, la victoire.
It's a great victory.
Jouer le jeu que vous savez faire. Jouer le futsal. Lâchez-vous. N'ayez pas de stress, c'est important. Et faites votre jeu.
Et un message pour la famille, les amis?
Bah, je suis très contente. Ma famille, je vous aime.
Super
les amis
happy.
aussi. Et ça fait
I
plaisir.
told my family, thanks for this. So kicking off Group A with a bang, just the three nations. So